Welcome to Farm Talk, where we look at issues that affect agriculture and ranching here in the natural state. Brought to you by Heritage Agriculture. Here is your host, Mike Linton.
Welcome to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm your host, Mike Linton. My guest today is Mr. Clay Young, Regional Sales Manager for Kubota Tractor. Clay, welcome to Arkansas Farm Talk.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was lucky enough, Mike, to be born in a little town called Newport, Arkansas, up in Jackson County. Born and raised there, spent most of my life there. I spent 21 years in the Arkansas Army National Guard.
Okay.
Retired in 2005 from that. I think I picked up my love of dirt and all things agriculture from my granddaddy. He raised a family and made a living on 160 acres of gumbo.
Wow. There
in Jackson County, and things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
But I went to work for Kubota in 2013. They actually hired me. I'm sitting behind a little hay baler here. They hired me to help get the hay tool line off the ground. When they introduced that, they went and bought a company out of Europe, the Kubota Group, what we knew as Vicon here, and they hired me to get that started. And you know as well as I do, I was traveling a territory from North Dakota to Minnesota to Mexico, and I was going all the time. And I got lucky enough after we got that off the ground to become the regional sales manager here in Arkansas, where I traveled territory from around Marion, Arkansas, West Memphis, over to Tulsa. 22 dealer locations. 22. That I take care of. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're my Kubota sales manager.
Yes.
And you know, of course, we go way back.
We
go way back. You know. But anyway, so you were talking just a little bit about what your job entails at Kubota.
Yes.
Okay. So again, how many locations do you call on?
22.
22.
Yeah. It's a different territory than most. Whereas 22 dealer locations in a lot of regions would be 22 ownership groups. Here, I have 7 owner groups out of 22 dealer locations. So it's a little different mix. You know, like the Heritage Ag Group is 7 locations, and we've got some other of the larger locations here.
Sure. Okay. Tell us a little bit about Kubota Tractor and what sets them apart from other manufacturers. I can answer that, but I'm going to let you do it.
Kubota, Mr. Ganshiro Kubota, we'll go all the way back to 1890. Founded the company with a dream to help his people to be able to supply fresh drinking water to the country over there and eventually beyond. So he started the company in 1890, started casting cast iron pipes for water supply. Kubota started building their first diesel engines around 1922.
Wow.
That has grown since to the point where today Kubota builds more under 100 horsepower off-road diesel engines than anybody else in the world. We build a lot of engines. And I say all that, but I think the biggest thing for a consumer is if you go buy a Kubota tractor, you can be, whether from an 18 horsepower Kubota tractor to the 170 horsepower M7. That tractor's got a Kubota diesel engine in it.
Yes.
We build everything on that tractor. It's all engineered, it's designed, even the implements. I mean, Kubota bought Great Plains and Land Pride. They bought the Kubota Group to bring all this together, and it's what they call performance matching. So if you buy this tractor, the implements you buy with it, even the trailer, it's all designed to work together as one unit. And I think, you know, if you're looking for a new tractor, today with the technology the way it is, you can do all your research, you can go visit dealers, and you may find another manufacturer of tractors who has for example, a lift capacity on a loader. That's a lot more than our Kubota tractor. But if you start digging into the specs, the specifications, you might find out that the loader capacity way overreaches the capacity of the tractor to actually carry the weight. Reason is, they're all not all designed and built as one unit, whereas Kubota's different, you know. We build our loaders, we build the box blades, the tillers, everything is designed to work with that unit.
Yeah.
So for a consumer, I think that's the biggest thing.
That's a big deal. And you can see what Kubota's doing. They bought Kubota, they bought Great Plains, you know. They own Land Pride.
Yes.
They own Land Pride. I mean, those are some great companies.
They are.
Those are great companies, and we're fortunate enough to sell all of them.
Yes.
You know. Kubota has a lot of great programs going on right now. And I mean, I know, you know, we're going into fourth quarter here, but let's just talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah, you bring up fourth quarter, you know as well as I do, most manufacturers, whether it's a tractor store or a car store or whatever, you know, sometimes toward the fourth quarter you see programs go down, you know, waiting on the end of the year. It's different this year. It's been a crazy year.
It has.
So programs going into fourth quarter, which starts tomorrow, will they're going to actually get better. We've sold a lot of little tractors, a lot of little packages. We're still going to be running nothing down, zero interest for up to 84 months on a lot of our small tractors. Our lawnmowers and our RTVs, it's going to be up to 48 months, no interest, nothing down. Our RTV 850, that's our new crossover RTV, the one that goes from work to play to, we're going to be running it at 60 months financing, which is unusual in the side-by-side world. And additionally, again, I'm sitting in front of this baler, and that's kind of where I came from, so we'll talk something brand new that we'll just talk about on this show for the first time today. A new warranty on all of our hay tools. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to come in and buy a hay tool, a cutter, a baler, a rake, a tedder, and it comes standard with a 2-year warranty.
That's huge.
It is.
That's huge.
A 2-year warranty up to 15,000 bells on a baler is unheard of. And if the customer decides to buy the extended warranty on that machine, you can have a warranty on a round baler now up to 4 years and 30,000 bales.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's something no one else has tried, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, that's a great selling tool.
It is.
And with 0% interest, I mean, that means somebody's making principal payments.
You're exactly right.
Because everyone can't write a check.
Yes.
A lot, you know, the majority of the units we sell are financed.
Yes.
And if you can finance at 0%, I mean, it's the equivalent of writing a check for it.
I agree.
Because you're just making principal payments.
It is.
And now with the warranty, even on the tractors, I mean, the warranty is just really great on the tractors.
Yeah.
So the warranty to back up the hay tools and the tractors, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer.
It is. It is. It's a win-win for the customer, and that's what we're so proud of.
Yeah. And I know our Kubota sales are up well over 200 plus units for the year. So that says a lot about Kubota. Everyone wants a Kubota.
Yes.
They see Kubota as the leader, and that's the unit that they want to buy.
You're exactly right.
You know, so that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Clay, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Mr. Clay Young with Kubota Tractor. Welcome back to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm with Mr. Clay Young with Kubota Tractor. Clay, we're talking about fourth quarter. We got some great deals on Kubotas, on hay tools and tractors going in the fourth quarter. Time's never been better to buy the Kubota of your dreams.
It hadn't. If you want one, it's time to go.
It's time to go. Let's just talk about real quick. You know, we're going to finish the year strong. We're already at 200 plus units up.
Yes.
Over what we've sold last year. But now let's just talk about 2021 for a minute. What's new with Kubota?
You know, last week we just got through with our annual national dealer meeting.
Yes, virtual.
Yeah, it's.
I miss being there.
I know it. I was going to say, you know, that's typically the time when we have 1,100 dealers all come together with their families, and we get to visit old friends and talk about the new stuff and look at them and put our hands on it. And this year it was virtual, and it worked out well. But I'm like you. I miss not being there. You know, I thought about this a lot. You and I are part of the last generation who remembers growing up without a cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
So while technology is great, I still miss that person-to-person contact.
You used to have a CB in my truck.
Yeah.
Years ago. I dated myself.
But we did get to look at the new stuff. We've got, first off, we've got a new 37 horsepower tractor. It's the 3560. We call it the limited edition. Kubota sells a standard L and a grand L. The standard L is the more basic, you know, little powerhouse machine, and the grand L, more feature function, you know, a nicer little box. But they took this LE, this limited edition unit, and took a few of the nicety things off, the cruise control, just a couple things, and drop the price on it. So it's going to be a lot more comparable price to the standard L. The Grand L's are bigger machines, they're heavier machines. This new 3560 is going to fill a hole that we've needed for a while. In addition, the new 4060, a 40 horsepower machine that'll come with an open station. It's a Grand L as well with a few less features. but it also comes in a cab. So we now got a little 40 horsepower cab machine. You know, it'd be perfect for the little estate owner, that kind of stuff. Just a great size little machine. We've a couple 3 years ago came out with the lawnmower series, the Z400.
Yes,
it's been a great lawnmower. It's been a really good machine. We've updated it this year. We've got a new spring seat on it. We've got bigger caster wheels. You know, it looks a little neater. Still a great machine. And finally, we've got several new excavator models. We've got some new heavier a U48 and U55 zero tail swing machines. That's the machines that the contractors will use working right up next to a building so they don't, you know, hit something on the backside. And finally, the new RTV 520. A lot of your listeners may have been around or even owned RTV 500 in the past.
We got a bunch of them out there.
And there's a little workhorse machine. It's a mid-size side-by-side. It'll fit in the back of a truck. We've updated it, gave it a new suspension, gave it a little bigger engine, a new design, and the best part about it, the price didn't go up. So I think that's going to be really exciting coming down for 2021.
I think they're all going to be super hot items. I hope we've got enough ordered.
I do too. I do too.
Hope we got enough ordered. But the RTVs will be super hot.
Yes.
You know, we're getting more and more farmers buying RTVs.
Yes.
Or
yes.
leasing
Yes.
RTVs.
Yes.
So they're doing that. The excavator, I mean, I know y'all worked with contractors on designing that. I mean, I'm excited about that. Can't wait for them to hit the ground.
Well, you know, the excavator is we're on Arkansas Farm Talk. The excavator is becoming more and more a part of the larger row crop operations as well.
Yeah.
You know, for years growing up, it was the wheeled backhoe.
Yep.
But those numbers continue to go down as the little mini excavators go up.
Mini X's are getting hot on the farm.
They are.
You know. Kubota's always been known for their great quality small tractors and implements. A lot of people claim to be #1 in Arkansas, but Kubota is #1 in Arkansas. You know, tell us a little bit about the #1 selling Kubota tractor on the market.
You see a lot of ads, you know, #1 this, #1 that, world's best, whatever it is. And that's all fine and well. And
they may be in certain parts of the world.
They may be in certain parts of the world, but you know, a tractor that performs extremely well or does extremely well in Minnesota may not be the tractor that does extremely well in Arkansas. We have different conditions here.
Sure.
Maybe another part of the world, you know, where they sell a lot of tractors may not be the tractor that sells here. Here in Arkansas, the L2501, a little 24.9 horsepower. It falls under the EPA regulations for all the particulate filter stuff. That's the #1 selling tractor in Arkansas.
Yep.
And to go a step further, our little BX series, our little 18 to 26 horsepower BX series is still, I think for 10 years now, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the United States.
Yeah, we sell a bunch of them.
We sell a lot of them. So you know, if you're looking for a tractor and you want one that works well in Arkansas, I mean, the 2501, it just can't be beat. It's just a great little workhorse.
Yeah, it fits a lot of modes. It takes care of a lot of deals.
It does.
For people.
Yes.
Kubota was the first manufacturer to offer package deals. You know, we sell lots of package deals.
Lots of package
Let's talk
deals.
about that in just a minute.
You know, it's hard to go back and find a point and who actually invented the package deal, which dealer, but I do know this. I know the Arkansas Kubota dealers had a lot to do with where package deals are today.
Yes.
And I think it goes back, we talked earlier about performance matching. You know, the loader worked with the tractor, all the attachments. I think it just came as a natural progression. You know, everything works together. At one point, you come buy a little tractor and you go to Bob's and you buy a backhoe, and you go to Harry's and you buy a bush hog, and Kubota started bringing these matched items that worked well together.
Yes.
And it just became natural to put them together. You know, Kubota even offers additional discounts for stacking. We call it the Orange Plus program.
Yes.
For stacking the attachments on top of the tractor.
Get a better deal.
Yes. And this last year, I think we stepped it up another notch. And we worked with a major trailer manufacturer in the United States and built our own trailers, the Orange Line trailers.
Yep.
You know, in the past, if the package deal came with the trailer, it was typically financed separately or just a cash deal. But now then, it's all one big package. You come in, you pick out your tractor, you pick out your implements, we put it on a trailer for you. It's all financed, zero money, you know, 84 months.
Yep.
And you drive it all home. It's it works really well.
Now you can always write a check for it.
You can't write a check for it.
But like I said, for 0% interest, it's the equivalent of doing that.
Yes.
You're just paying it out.
Yes.
And now one thing is certain people will offer a package deal, and it's got to be this right here.
Yes.
It's got to be this tractor, this trailer, this cutter. You know, we're not like that.
Not at all.
We will offer the package deal that fits them.
Yes.
Maybe they need a tractor and a loader. Maybe they need a bush hog. Maybe
Yes.
they need a finish mower. Maybe they need a box blade.
Yes.
We'll give them what they want.
Yeah.
We'll set the package deal up the way they need it.
Maybe they've already got a bush hog or
Yeah.
a tiller. Maybe they need a quick hitch on the little tractor.
Maybe.
Instead of, and yeah, all of our dealers are very flexible in
Yes.
doing that. You know, we advertise a specific package deal, but most of the implements are so they're close to each other on price.
Yeah.
It's normally just a mix and match type of.
Yeah, and I know Kubota, I mean, has really pushed that and back that, you know, with the opportunity to mix and match.
Yes.
Instead of just forcing somebody to take this.
Yes.
You know, so that's a big deal.
And we've got new package deals starting on October 1st.
Yep. Yeah, we do. I'm excited about that
Yes.
too. Yep. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Mr. Clay Young. Welcome back to Arkansas Farm Talk. I'm with Mr. Clay Young, Kubota Tractor. Clay, we've talked about a lot of stuff already today. Kubota offers lease packages, and this is a new market, you know. And let's talk about that just a second.
You know, starting October 1st, we have always in the past used a third-party leasing organization. As of October the 1st, we're actually bringing leasing in-house. Mm-hmm. So our ability to work leases through Kubota Credit Corporation, who is our bank, will become a lot easier. Yes. We're going to offer a fixed purchase price option. So if you come in and get a lease, you'll know at the end of this lease, this is exactly what the machine is going to cost me. There's no guessing. You know, leasing works for a lot of guys. It was initially always a commercial thing.
Yes.
But sole proprietors, farmers, those kind of people, a lot of times a lease fits well with them. I'm not an accountant, but I do understand there's quite a few tax incentives for using a lease as opposed to, now then, if you're just wanting a machine for a short time, so you're contracting and you know your job is going to last 24 months, well, a lease allows you to use the part of the machine or pay for the part of the machine that you use and not the whole thing.
Sure.
You know, you get through with it, you walk away and you go to your next job. Yeah. So it offers a lot of flexibility where your typical just a buy does not.
Yeah, well, but what it does, it opens a lot of doors, like you said. Typically, 80-20 purchase versus lease,
Yes.
you're better off building equity.
Yes.
But there's always a time for lease.
Yes.
And there's always, you know, maybe you're older, you're a little bit older, and you don't want to be tied into long payments, so maybe you lease something for 24 to 36 months.
Yes.
You can lease it, you can put the warranty on it, you can figure everything in it, and you got a set payment, and then your residual set.
Yes.
So let's say you wanted to buy it at the end, your residual set.
You're exactly
so
right,
you can
yes.
either purchase it and we could refinance it at that point,
Yes.
or you could walk away from it, turn it back in, and we can release you another one or whatever. Yes. And the exciting point is hay equipment.
Yes.
We can lease hay equipment.
Exactly
We can
right.
lease tractors, balers, cutters, rakes,
Yes.
and we can even offer package deals
Yeah, it's the big
on hay
package deal.
equipment. Yes, yes. So, you know, I mean, I'm thinking somewhere around, you know, because our programs change, times change, but, you know, like the M7 and a big 4180 baler and a 10-foot cutter and a 10-foot hay rake is, you know, somewhere around $20,000 a year.
Yes.
That could be annual, that could be quarterly, you know,
Yeah.
semi-annual, however you wanted to do it. And then, but like I said, you can make your payments, your residual sets, you could buy it at the end, refinance it, or you could walk away from it. The other thing, and you need to talk to your tax people, but most leases, you can write off your taxes.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That's
Yes.
a big deal. So, you know, if somebody was interested in leasing a tractor or leasing some hay equipment versus purchase, see, we could do that.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
a big deal.
Yeah.
And with KTC bringing it in-house
If
now,
we're coming in-house, it'll be an easier process.
it's just going to be that much better.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. What changes are Kubota making to help support the agriculture community? Because I know Kubota's growing in big ag.
Yeah, you know, we've talked a lot about small tractors, but yeah, you know, one of the reasons I came to work for Kubota was the hay tools. You know, we got into the hay tool business. We're now expanding the hay tool business into, we've got a lot of poultry in Arkansas. We've got low profile tractors working for that. We've got a full line of narrow or specialty tractors for your orchards, vineyards, nurseries, you know, that kind of stuff. Additionally, we're up to 170 horsepower now on an M7 tractor. It's, in my opinion, it's the best hay tractor a guy could buy. It's just a perfect for a medium to large size cattle operator. It's perfect. And I think it's also bumping into that area of your row crop guys. I mean, it's a great chore tractor for around the farm. It's going to cost you a lot less to operate that machine per year than it is a 300 horsepower tractor, and you can do a lot of the jobs around the farm that instead of tying up that bigger tractor. Sure. And finally, this last year, we introduced the M8. Kubota now goes up to 200 horsepower in the M8. They were released in limited numbers this year, just to get them out, you know, and get us tested. But I think we're going to see and hear a lot more about our M8 tractor in the coming years. Yeah.
Well, you know, we're a big ag dealer.
Yes.
Okay. But Kubota is a huge part of our business.
It is.
And we're thankful and grateful to be a Kubota dealer.
Yeah.
And whether someone's interested in a zero-turn mower, a 18-horse tractor, a 25-horse tractor, or a 200 horsepower tractor, we want the opportunity to earn your business, and we want the opportunity to introduce you to Kubota. That's what we want to do.
Yes, that's great. And we appreciate, Kubota appreciates everything y'all do for us. Heritage Ag is a great partner, as is, you know, most of my dealers across Arkansas. I mean, we got a great bunch of guys. Our dealerships, I think they're a little different. You know, you come into our dealerships, odds are you're going to walk out with a tractor and a friend instead of just a high pressure sales pitch.
Oh yeah, it's a personal deal with us.
It is.
I mean, it's a personal deal with us. So anyway, Clay, on behalf of all the farmers and ranchers in Arkansas, I want to thank you personally for your friendship and everything that you do for the farmers and ranchers, and everything that Kubota does for the farmers and ranchers in Arkansas, because I know you go the extra mile. The entire Kubota team goes the extra mile, because I work with you and I work with them on a day-to-day basis. And we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay? Thanks for watching Arkansas Farm Talk.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Farm Talk, brought to you by Heritage Agriculture.